What is happening, everybody? Welcome to today's video. So if you watched last video, you saw we got the car completely polished, mostly polished. I'm happy with how it is, and we're gonna basically start putting the car back together now. And then if I have enough time, I'm going to do like a final polish, kind of just over it, because putting stuff together, you're always gonna end up marking stuff and, you know, little scratches here and there or whatever. So I'm just gonna go over it when the car is fully done. But like all the hard part is done. All I gotta do basically now is reassemble the car. So I skipped some stuff, but all of the things that were sitting on the Corvette, so like the mirrors and the door handles, the gas door, the spoiler, all that stuff, I went to work and I re-cleared it today. And the headlight lenses, and painted the headlight bezels and the lower rear diffuser. So all that stuff is painted and it actually came out really good. I'm super stoked on that. But anyways, we'll show that later. I gotta go pick it up tomorrow and we can start putting the car back together, which is sick. So I got the windows from upstairs, basically just prepping them, putting the rubber. This is an OEM Nissan rubber on there, and we're gonna end up putting that back in there, gluing it all in. We also already got the back window in. It went really well. This is just a universal rubber, but it actually looks really good on there, and it actually kind of matches the factory one. So that's super cool. And like I said, I skipped a bunch of stuff, but I basically got all the wheel wells blacked out and the brakes painted, which I know this isn't the proper way to do it, but I'm going to eventually, you know, one winter, tear this all apart, drop a subframe, basically lift the whole car up, do like the underside of the car and the wheel wells with like bed liner, like Raptor liner or whatever. But just for now, I just wanted to black the wheel wells out so it's not blue, right? Because the car used to be blue. And when you see just like a little touch of whatever, the wheel well through the wheel and stuff like in a picture, it just looks terrible because it's blue behind it. So I just went ahead and I blacked out all the wheel wells, blacked out the rusty drum part of the rotor, and then also took the calipers off, did that, and all around. So that looks a lot better. Now I can put the wheels back on, but before I do that, they're terrible. Basically from sitting around the shop for like a year, getting whatever overspray and stuff like that all over them. And I don't know if I've ever actually polished these since I've gotten them. So I started, I'm just using the little drill with the mother's power cone, whatever. And then in the mother's, it's coming out pretty good. See, I got a tape line here. I did this side, as you see, and not that side. So that was about 5 minutes of work. I gotta do this whole wheel and do all three of the other ones. It's just, the car is so nice now, which it's good, but now the wheels are gonna stick out. Like the wheels look terrible. So now the car is beautiful. I gotta make the wheels beautiful, and all that looks okay and good. So now when I put the wheels back on, the wheels will look good, the car looks good. Anything you see through the wheel or behind the wheel, around the wheel, it'll look black at least, and I'll be happy with that. So I'm gonna get these wheels done, get them back on the car, and then tomorrow I'm gonna go pick up all the parts and we can start putting door handles in, putting the mirrors on. Then we can get the door glass in, basically put the whole interior together, and then we can put this windshield in. I mean, we can do that whenever. It doesn't really matter. But after all of this important stuff goes in, then I'm gonna clean the interior, get it all like really nice. And then all I have left to do after the interior and parts are back on the car is just the rear bumper, and the speedster top needs some wet sanding and polishing. I think the speedster top is kind of a lost cause. I'm not 100% sure if I'm even gonna get it ready for right now. There's a few defects in it. Like I said, the clear messed up just like it did on everything else, but like for whatever reason on the speedster top, it was like really bad. So there's like a million fisheyes. I might have to sand it and just re-clear it. And I don't really want to waste my time with that right now. I'd rather get important things done to the car, like get the handles and all that stuff back in, make it a functioning driving car, get all the lights in. And yeah, it'll be a complete car. And then I'll worry about the speaker top after that, because the car doesn't need that to be complete. It's just a cool like add-on that I did. So I'm gonna stop talking and I'm gonna get to these wheels, get them all polished up, get it done, and then get the wheels on the car. Then hopefully by tomorrow, those will be done. I can go pick up all the parts that I cleared today. Fast forward next day, I did all of this stuff last night at work. It all came out like really good. I'm pretty happy with it. Everything's nice and smooth. Indoors looking good. These I'm not super pumped about. I originally had these taped off, like the chrome ring here and chrome ring here. That way it didn't look like I just sprayed them all black, but I did the black and then I untaped them and it peeled the chrome like it always does, and whatever. So I re-scuffed the chrome area, blacked out the whole thing. Kind of sucks. Not exactly the look I was going for, but I really had no choice. So I just popped the little reflector thing back in. It looks pretty good. And then the lenses came out pretty good. Spoiler came out pretty good. However, I do want to wet sand and polish it because it's not, you know, perfect like the rest of the car now. So I'm gonna wet sand and polish that before I put it on, hopefully. Just gotta figure out a way to mount it. That way I can, you know, confidently run the polisher on it without it falling off a stand. Now, what we're doing, we're gonna put this window in. I got it like completely ready. I'm just waiting for my brother to come over to give me a hand, drop it in. And then what I'm gonna get to is putting the door handles in, basically setting the mirrors all back up, put them in. And then I think we're gonna start doing like interior stuff, putting door panels on. I'm gonna get all the trim and stuff out of the attic. It's all upstairs. And basically start putting together the trim that goes all on the roof and like all down here. Basically all the window rubbers, everything I took off. Just gonna start assembling the whole car now. So it should come along pretty quickly. Oh, I also did the diffuser, which I think this looks like 10 times better than what it did. You can't really tell, but it is actually a black metallic. So it's got some like flake in it or whatever. But then I taped these off so that stayed purple. And I think it looks really good. So now that's gonna kind of break up the back end of the car, which is good because I think it was just too much purple. So I really haven't been filming anything. I've been just trying to get this thing back together. I got the door handles in. I also painted the locks, just like trim black so they're not silver, but all that works, that's good. I really want to put the windshield in, and I got it all ready, but the primer that you're supposed to put like around the pinch weld and then around the window, I bought one and I did the back window, and I must not have put the top on tight enough so it dried out, so I have to get another one of those. So I have to do that tomorrow, but I got the dash all cleaned up. It's looking really good actually. I was a little bit worried about how it would look, but it's good. So one big thing that we got done, which is sick, is these headlights. They're actually like fully together now, and they look pretty good. I wasn't, you know, trying to go for like a smoked headlight because I'm not, you know, particularly a fan of that, but for this case, it's kind of what I had to do, and I think it looks really good. So by the time the bumper's on and like it's gonna look sick, I'm really happy. They look really good considering what they looked like before. So that's awesome. Super stoked on that. Now I got everything down from upstairs. This is basically all the trim that goes around here and all the rubbers and seals and all that stuff. And also down here. So I'm gonna work on that stuff now, getting it back on. And a lot of these are looking pretty rough. So I think I might actually sand these and then like trim black them just to make it a little bit nicer. I was gonna stick the mirrors on, but I want to put the windshield in first, just so when you're putting the windshield in, you're not like, you know, hitting the mirror and leaning around it. So just leave that out till we get the windshield in, and then put the mirrors on. And basically, yeah, I don't know, I'm just rambling on, but just trying to get all these rubbers and trims on and then clean the interior. And yeah, we're freaking moving, so should be good. I got a lot of stuff done last night, honestly, but I didn't film any of it. So you can't tell, but like the trunk rubber is all in. All of these moldings, like I was just talking about, I painted them. Like this one looks way better than it did. I had to clean this whole rubber off because it was all blue overspray from when they like spray painted the roof or whatever. So that took forever. But yeah, that rubber is all in. All the rubbers and seals for the roof. Basically the whole entire roof is together. All the interior trim panels, all those exterior trim panels, all the rubbers. For the windows to like go up into, they're all on the roof, so that's sick. That's all done. I also, inside here, I got like all of these rubbers in, all the trims, little step plate, stuff like that, all in. And then today I got more primer for the glass. So we put the glass in. Big shout out to my brother for coming over and helping me, because this was a job I didn't even want to do, so he helped me, so that's really cool. We didn't do too bad. It looks, you know, pretty good. It took a little bit of time to get the molding to sit nicely. See how it's like, it's nice and flat now. Before it was like, I don't know, bubbling up. It was actually like pushing the window out. We couldn't figure out what was going on, but we got to sit nice and flat, so it looks really good. Now that the windshield is in, I can put the mirrors on. I can put the glass in because now the door handles are in. And then once all that's on, I can put the door panels through. Then that's pretty much the whole interior, other than basically these like cat whiskers. We're gonna put the windows in now, and hopefully that goes smooth. It should be fine. There is a lot of adjustment to it though. Like in here, all of these adjusters, you know, tell you where the window's gonna stop and whatever. So I'm gonna have to put the roof back up. That way I can make sure that it's gonna seal against the rubber and, you know, fit properly how it's supposed to. So that's gonna take a little bit of time, but I think it's like 7 o'clock. I should be able to basically get this whole interior and everything back together tonight, which is awesome. So yeah, the window was a big deal. I'm super stoked that's in, and I don't know, just gonna keep moving. But we drop these windows in, hopefully not drop them. Put these windows in and go from there. I got all the like adjusters kind of just there, but not tightened up or anything like that, because I want to get the passenger side in too. And then I'm gonna put the roof up and then basically start the car and run the windows up and down a few times, get the adjusters where they're supposed to be, tighten them all down, and it should be fine. Get that done, that's a big step. Then we can put the mirrors on, which is gonna be sick, and then do the door panels, which is gonna be really cool. And then actually, I forgot how nice they are. They're actually like mint, they're really nice shape, so that's gonna be really cool. See the door panels back on, then we can clean the interior, which really needs to be done. So it's gonna be awesome. A few hours later now, I got the windows not perfect, but the doors closed like pretty good. Anyways, I was pretty happy with it, so went ahead and put the door panels on, which is like so awesome. I haven't seen it like this in so long. The interior in this car is actually mint. You wouldn't know by looking at it right now, but it's gonna be nice. So I think I'm gonna take the seats out probably tomorrow. Vacuum the carpet really good. I want to get like a shampooer, maybe borrow one, and do the seats, because they're not bad. They're just a little bit like stained and stuff. So I like to do that, and then basically, yeah, just wipe down the dash and all that. Once this window is like set and cured, so like tomorrow, I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna put in the upper part there around the windshield, and then the A-pillar trims, put those on, and then the interior will be pretty much done. Put these visors on too, obviously, but then I can like pretty much detail it. All the windows are in, so the inside can be done, and that's pretty cool. So you can see I have the door panels on, so that means that I also put the mirrors on, and this is sick. This looks so good. Look at that. I don't know. They're hyped up a lot and they're way too expensive, but they do look good. You can't, oh man, that looks so good. Other than just the little stuff, gas door, taillights, rear bumper, front bumper, side skirts, the car is pretty much done. I even got the cowl in. I tore it all apart, took the rubbers, all the seals out, cleaned it all, put it in. I have to sand and paint the wiper arms because they're all rusty, dusty. I don't like that, so we're gonna clean them up, have it match all the other, trim black. Really all I have left, the spoiler, I have to polish that, and then just the gas door I want to polish as well. Get that done with the back bumper, and then basically go over the car, I think, with like the final step of the polish, and that's pretty much it. Like, other than that, and the wheels, I guess there is still quite a bit of stuff to do. So it's like many days later now. I've been doing a horrible job of filming because I'm just trying to get this thing done, but as far as I'm concerned, that portion, like so the whole car is done. The interior is like clean other than the seats. I'm just gonna shampoo them quickly and throw them back in. But the whole car is final polished, mirrors are on, all the trim is on. Interior is clean and beautiful. All the interior pieces are in. Taillights are in, hooked up, everything's working. The whole car is done. So now I'm just gonna start working on the spoiler, and I have the bumper wet sanded, ready for polish. Oh, I also wet sanded polished the gas door, so that's on the car, and so that's done. So it's now Sunday. The car is pretty much, like I would say it's 95% done. The only thing that I have left to do is the interior of the trunk is not in it, and I want to put that back in because it's blue in there and you see it when you go to put the top down and stuff like that. So I want to put that in, and then also the speed to top is not done. I wasn't able to get it done in time for just this event. I'm not, never finishing it. I just want to get the car complete as a whole car, and it is. And man, I'm freaking pumped. This is so sick. This is exactly, wow, a little bit longer than a year I've been working on this car, and it's done. I'm really happy with it, and I'm so tired, but I'm so stoked to have this thing done. So hopefully there's a really big, cool thing happening with the car. The car is all done, like I said. I'll show you in a minute, but yeah, I'm gonna get the car loaded up after I do the trunk stuff, get that all in there. Basically just do some final little cleaning stuff, and then take the body kit back off, get it loaded in the trailer, load up some tools and stuff like that, just in case. And yeah, we're out of here. So that's gonna be cool. And I can't wait to tell you guys what's going on, but hopefully soon enough. But anyways, that's enough talking. We're gonna get into looking at the car, going over the car, and I'm pretty stoked to show you. There it is. Like I said, the only thing that's not on the car right now is the speedster top. But other than that, it's 100% back together. You can see the headlights came out pretty good considering what they looked like before. They were incredibly yellow, and the one was way worse than the other, but it looks really good. Bumper fits good. Like I did a lot of modifications on it, made it fit the fenders really well. And I'm super happy with that. All the gaps, I got them lined up pretty good. The only thing on the front end is I don't have the factory rubber seals that go between the headlight and the hood. So there's kind of a gap there, but it would just be covered by rubber regardless. So yeah, whole car is completely polished, other than the body kit and stuff like that. I did not wet sand and polish that stuff, but I did do the entire body of the car. I did do the spoiler as well, just so it matches texture pretty much. But yeah, I'm super stoked. I love like this spoiler, how it came out. And if you watch the videos, you would have seen me, I custom built that, and that was pretty cool. And I'm overall super happy with how that came out and how it fits the car. So back here, nice straight edge. Looks really good. I'd polish the taillights. I'm still not 100% sure what I want to do with them. Like I said, they're clear underneath, but they're not really like the OEM clear style that you would want. So I don't know, I might strip them off, go back to the clear, see how I like that. But other than that, I mean, wheels, overall, they show up pretty good. But yeah, side skirts fit, just how I made them fit, which is pretty good. All the little trim, like the wiper arms, all this like 8-post trim, and then even like up on the roof and stuff, I painted it all trim black, flat black, so it's all nice and fresh. Basically, I don't know, kind of restored the whole exterior of the car. Got a brand new windshield molding, and this is actually a brand new windshield as well. Well, like 3 years old, it doesn't matter, but so that's good. This is good. The interior came up really well, actually. I shampooed the seats. They're not, perfect, but one day I would like to put in some buckets of some kind, whatever. But the back is like really good, which doesn't really matter because it's gonna get covered by that eventually. The only thing I have to do now is basically clean this up a little bit, just because it's not being covered right now. So you're gonna see that like at the show and whatever. So I'm gonna try and do something with that. But other than that, I mean, I don't know, I'm just really picky. I have the other wheel now, it's right there. The bead on that tire is actually tore, and my buddy did a really good job of kind of like patching it. So it's been holding air for like 2 days now, but I'm not gonna put it on the car until like the day of the show or the day before, whatever, just in case the weight of the car is gonna make it wanna leak or whatever. And then when it's strapped in the trailer, it's gonna be pulling super weird, and I just don't want it to leak out, and then I'll be screwed when we get there. So I'm just gonna leave that other wheel on for now, and when we get there, I'll just basically swap it out and put the good wheel, the Serb, on there, and it'll be set. I don't know, man, this is so cool to me. This is just so much work and time and money. But like just a lot of time, literally on one entire year, every single weekend, not every day, but like majority of the days after work, I'd come home and just work on this. So it's just awesome to see it, in this shape now. So, oh man, I don't know. I don't have a lot of words for it, but I'm super happy with it. Okay, so fast forward like 2 days since the last time I filmed anything. We are at Buc-ee's, as you can see. But anyways, the car is all done and it's in here. Oh, I left the light on again, God. Anyways, can't tell, but it's all done. And I don't know where are we? I don't even know where we are. We're in Georgia. If you're wondering why, it's because we're on our way to the LZ Invitational, which is sick. And that's the secret that I haven't told anyone because I wasn't 100% sure I was gonna make it. So now we're on the way and things are going pretty good. So I think this is like the third, fourth fill up. I think third. Yeah, I'm super pumped. So I decided to take a little video on the way, let you guys know what's going on, and let's get to Florida. We made it to Florida yesterday. So we drove, it's like 2,000 kilometers. So we drove like 14 hours the first day and then about like 4 or 5 yesterday, like the second day. So it took us 2 days to get here. We slept in the truck. It sucked. It was pretty awful, but we're in Florida and now it's raining. Yeah, the good news is we made it, no issues. I was so nervous the whole time hauling the car. So now today's Thursday. I think tomorrow I'm gonna unload the car here and like wash it because I checked the trailer when we got here and it's like extremely dusty. I don't know, the seal is like gone on the back door, so the car is covered in dust. And of course I left the windows open because I wasn't worried because it's in an enclosed trailer, so now I gotta clean the interior and all that stuff all over again. But it's not really a big deal, whatever. So I'll just unload it tomorrow and load it back up. Then Saturday morning early we're gonna get out of here and go over to OSW, which is the Orlando Speed World, and that's where the Invitational is taking place. That'll be a pretty cool day, and it's a 2-day event, Saturday and Sunday, so should be lots of good stuff happening, and I'm super pumped. I can't believe that it's happening, and like we're actually here. Like I said, like we drove 2,000 kilometers to be here, so should be pretty cool. Just gonna end the video there, and hope you guys enjoyed the video. This one was pretty cool, and next video is gonna be at the Invitational, kind of walking around, maybe talking to some people. I don't know. I really don't know what to expect, so we're gonna see what happens, and yeah, hopefully you enjoyed the video, and we'll see you in the next one.